evening, Moon Princess here, and tonight we are going to discuss a true crime case, and this is the case of Sofia Juarez. So first I'm going to go ahead and give a disclaimer. This is a true crime case, so it's upsetting. You may be upset by it. If true crime upsets you, please consider that before watching this video. And also, this is about a child, a very young child, and so if true crime about children is upsetting, just please watch another video. If you can't handle watching it, just don't. I understand if that's not your jam. So just giving you fair warning. Okay, so before we start this video, I want to just take a moment and say this. So this is about the disappearance of Sofia Juarez. I want to take a moment and just leave space for this 5-year-old girl, or I guess 4. And this is just his precious baby, and that I hope she's in a better place. I hope things are okay for her. And just sending good intentions before we start talking about the case, okay? That being said, let's get started. All right, so the disappearance of Sofia Juarez. She was turning 5. Sofia was born in '98, 4 years old when she disappeared. It happened in February of 2003 in Kennewick, Washington. If she is alive today, she'd be 23. Her case was the first Amber Alert in Washington state. So about Sofia, she's regarded as being a bit shy, and definitely not a child who would go walking off by herself. She, like many 4-year-olds, loved Barbie dolls, cartoons, and coloring. Sofia and her mom Maria had been living with Sofia's grandmother Ignatia for the last 2 years in a home located on East 15th Street of Kennewick, Washington. It was also home to 6 other siblings of Maria's, so she was with a bunch of aunts and uncles. Sofia loved living with her family, so many relatives close by. She was adored. With her family, she was a little more outgoing and friendly, but in other situations, she could be pretty shy. While Sofia was not in touch with her father, she adored her grandmother's boyfriend, Jose, and would often spend time with him going places together. She had been playing in her room around the time all of this occurred. She was excited about her birthday, as the following day she was turning 5. She was playing with her dolls when her grandmother's boyfriend, Jose Torres, at 8 p.m., said he needed to stop at the convenience store. She asked her mom if she could accompany him. Her mom gave her $1 to pick something out at the store. As Sofia walked out with Torres, it was the last time her mother ever saw her. When Sofia failed to make it back with Torres, family contacted authorities, who then issued an Amber Alert. See, by the time Sofia got outside, Jose had already left. He did not realize that Sofia had been planning to go with him. So by the time she got out there, his car was no longer in the driveway. Police can't say for sure what happened after this, but it is believed that Sofia had decided to walk to the store to meet Jose, since he'd already left. Between her home and the 5 blocks to the store, Sofia ended up being seen with a preteen crying by a light-colored van. Unfortunately, authorities were not contacted until Jose returned home 45 minutes after Sofia went missing, which really set them back when it goes to a child's missing persons case of that age. Thus, it is concluded that her abduction occurred sometime between 8 and 9 p.m. Authorities spoke with her family and initiated searches of the Juarez home, their yard, vehicles, and playgrounds, parks, schools, and any neighboring surroundings, with the help of 7 officers. Sofia was last seen wearing blue overalls, a red shirt with long sleeves, purple socks, and white Converse shoes. She has a mole beneath her left eye and at the time was missing her 4 front teeth. She had pierced ears with gold hoop earrings, brown eyes, and a birthmark on her lower back. She was 3 feet tall at the time. So age progression photos have been created thanks to NCMEC, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. So that leads me to believe there's a possibility they may think that she was sex trafficked, in which case she might still be alive. Sofia was seen walking near her home. Witnesses reported seeing Sofia with a young Latino boy between 11 and 14 years, guiding a crying Sofia to a van, laughing. The young boy was holding her hand, and they were headed down South Washington Street, close to Easter 15th Avenue. The van was gray or light blue, 1970s or 80s, one with no side windows and full-sized panels. It's unclear if the boy was working with others in the abduction. Maybe she thought that he was going to bring her to the gas station to meet with her, Jose? I don't know. But it makes me wonder why she'd get in a car with him. Because it sounds like she willingly got in the car with him. Police also described how there was a van that they have a high degree of interest in that was parked down a nearby street. An occupied van was also observed stopped on a nearby side street described as light blue or silver or gray, older 1970s to 1980s, like I said. So it looked like a working van type contractors or painters use. Not to imply that it was a contractor or a painter, but just like matches the description of the van used in that occupation. So police made this information public more recently, sort of having nothing left to lose after 18 years. Somehow, revival was sparked by a TikTok. Authorities also wanted to send the message to her kidnapper that they're still looking for them, according to Aaron Clem. Tips on the van that may have been spotted the evening of her disappearance are no suspects mentioned. They do believe the abductor was unrelated to Sofia. But yeah, it's been like 20 years since she went missing. Sofia's mother, Maria Juarez, 5 years after Sofia went missing, she and her boyfriend and little baby boy moved away to Sacramento, California to start over. Maria died at 26 as a result of health complications back in January of 2009. So back to TikTok mentioned before. So years later, it turned out to be a false lead, but it sparked interest in the case again. There was a woman in Mexico claiming to have been abducted or held against her will, but the DNA test indicates she's not Sofia. So a reward is offered by Washington couple, offering $10,000 for information on Sofia. Can't they offer more than that? I mean, compared to some other cases I've seen with much higher rewards, but it's something, I guess. So missing persons cases of Latinx children in the United States. In the United States, 20% of cases of missing children are Latinx youth. So case information on Sofia Juarez can be directed to 1-800-LOST. And I will put the link in the description for where you can put tips. And then this is the Kennewick Police phone number. It's 509-585-4208. I can put it in the video as well as in the video description. So I know this is a bit of a short video and kind of all over the place, but yeah, if you know any information, reach out to them and, provide it. And at this point, it's kind of dead, Hopefully one day we figure out what happened to her, but things can happen really fast, and I hope she's okay today, whether she's alive or not. If she's not, I hope she's at peace. If she's alive, I hope they get her out. Because to me, most likely, possibility is that she was sex trafficked if she's still alive. And that's a whole other thing to talk about. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Good night, Moonies.